Newton North High School has a little over 2,000 students, and after they get out of their classes each day, they have quite an appetite. That's where entrepreneurs like Shirley come in, the owner and founder of Tango Mango.
I was shined upon by God, it's just been a great thing. I love it.
Shirley partially got inspired by her parents, and she tells me a little about some of the dinner parties they used to have.
Well, my mother would always have big Italian dinners. So we would have these people always coming in and eating. And my father was a wonderful gardener, so we had great food. So it all made sense.
Shirley's daughter, Sabrina, used to go to Newton North. Sabrina and her friends were always going around to other towns to get their burritos. Shirley saw this trend and wanted to do something about it.
So when I went to see where they were going, it was like, okay, it's fine, it's safe, it's okay. But then when the pattern kept continuing, and it was the mantra in the house, I started to scratch my head, and since I am an entrepreneur at heart, I thought, just going off to college, and a little bored with what I'm doing, did it for 22 years, I'm ready to do something silly, and decided to really pursue the idea.
Shirley then set about creating Tango Mango, a type of restaurant which specializes in burritos and tacos called a taqueria. She wanted to set up Tango Mango to be close to schools, so students would go there instead of other restaurants. She finally decided on Newton Center to set up, and luckily for Shirley, the gift shop was just going out of business.
Over where the food section is of Tango Mango was a gift shop. And I heard her on the phone saying, well, when, I'm going to be moving out, such and such. And I was like, oh my God. So she was really nice, and she gave me information and contacted the landlord. And I was one of 5 who had to submit an idea. And they accepted my idea. And all my friends were having heart attacks because 99.9 new restaurants go out of business.
After the location was set for Tango Mango, she set about making the menu. Shirley tells me a little about some of the items on the menu.
Burritos, tacos, quesadillas, fiesta salads, soup. I'm putting on the menu something called a torta. And a torta is a Mexican sandwich. Sometimes they're called semitas, but it's a Mexican sandwich. So you basically take the same fillings. You put a really substantial amount of cheese called Oaxaca cheese, which is like a mozzarella, which really melts nicely, and then you pop it in an oven and it melts, and it's really quite good.
Creating good Mexican food is no easy task. However, Shirley has a secret.
So everything's fresh. Everything's like right off the grill. We cook differently, so we cook all day long. So everything is constantly cooking, so nothing's being cooked and stored.
And it's not just Shirley that thinks the food they serve is great.
Yeah, I think it's very just fresh food. It's like very consistent. It's always the same, which is good in this case. I've been coming here for years, but so maybe I'm biased, but I've tried. I went to Anna's in Brookline before they opened up the location in Newton Highlands, when I was in high school, and it's good, but it's just not. It's different, and it's not as good as this place.
Tango Mango is a unique restaurant in Newton. There are a lot of places that you can go to get a meal. However, there are very few that are authentically Mexican.
It's Mexican food made by Mexican and Salvadorians and Guatemalans. It's as Hispanic as you can get. I'm not in the back kitchen cooking, that's for sure.
So the next time that you're in Newton and in the mood for some wonderful Mexican food, stop by Tango Mango and say hi to Shirley. For NNTV, this is Nicolas Quintana signing off.